Hey, let's talk about something that's changing the way we think about family: childbirth outside of marriage. For some, it's a normal part of life. For others, it's still shocking. But wherever you stand, the numbers are impossible to ignore. In the United States, over 40% of all births in 2023 were to unmarried women. That's more than double the rate from 1980, and it's been hovering there for about a decade now. Basically, the idea that you have to be married before having kids, for a lot of people, that rule no longer applies. Why is this happening? Society is changing. People are getting married later or not at all. Some want kids but just aren't interested in tying the knot. And with pop culture and media showing all kinds of family setups, the old stigma is fading, at least in some places. But let's zoom out. Other parts of the world are moving at a totally different pace. Take South Korea, for example. In 2023, only 4.7% of births happened outside of marriage. That's a massive gap compared to countries like the US, or even the average across developed countries, which is around 42%. So what's stopping South Korea from following the trend? It comes down to culture and stigma. There's even a word, horojasik, used as an insult for children born to unmarried parents. Women, especially, face huge amounts of social pressure and judgment. It's a reminder that society doesn't flip overnight. Sometimes it takes generations. But here's the twist. Things are changing, even in South Korea. Younger people are way more open-minded about it than their parents were. Over 40% of people in their 20s and 30s now say childbirth outside of marriage is acceptable. That's a big jump from just a decade ago. And governments are starting to notice. In 2024, South Korea's leaders promised to reduce discrimination against single parents and non-traditional families. They're rolling out tax breaks, better childcare, and public housing options for single moms and dads. They're doing this because the country's facing a demographic emergency. Birth rates are so low, it's a national crisis. Meanwhile, in the US, single-parent families, especially single mothers, are a big part of the landscape. Over 15 million single-mother families exist today. The story isn't just about statistics. It's about real people making choices that work for them. So, is childbirth out of wedlock the new norm? In some places, absolutely. In others, there's still a long way to go. But everywhere, society is asking new questions about what family means. And that's something worth paying attention to. What do you think? Is marriage still important before having kids? Or are there other ways to build a family that work just as well? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.